Hello, love of my grandsons. Hello, sister. How are you? So, I don't know what part of the world you live in, but are you guys getting some of this ice and snow that's coming to the east? The southern or the east coast of Georgia, I mean of the world. Are you guys getting some as well? I think you told me that you here in Georgia somewhere, right? I could be wrong, but it's a lot of people that be in my chat is from Georgia, and it surprised me because I didn't know that. All right, I thought so. Hello, the life of Patricia Stevens. Hello, how are you, sister? Are you working right now? Are you getting ready for the snow storm, or is it coming your way? How is your son doing? Tell him he got to do something to make us laugh. I haven't watched one of his videos in a minute. I don't know, I might have shouldn't have pulled up so far. Because if I don't get this turn, I'll be blocking people from coming this way. I don't know what this truck gonna do. Let me see. Do I have it? Maybe I can make it. Yeah. Love of my grandson is speaking to Patricia Stevens. Was somebody else alive, guys? Because you all know I did a ride along earlier, Patricia Stevens, and I didn't see you in the chat, but I know Love of my grandson was there, and I told them I was going to come back. Hey, Sister Riri, how are you, beautiful? That's my California sister right there. The buzz my way is talking about the snowstorm that's coming. That's what everybody's talking about. And the ice. And how everybody's going to be snowed in or iced in for the weekend. So that's the buzz on this end, and how people can get ready for the storm and make sure you got batteries and gas in your car and stuff like that. Food in your house for at least 2 days. So that's the buzz of all of the news channels that I look at. So let me ask you guys, I don't know whether you guys know about it or not. Do you all know anything about Nicki Minaj being an illegal alien? And she came to this country illegally at the age of 5. Well, she didn't come. Her parents brought her here. Let's slow this thing down because I'm going through the school zone. But yeah, at the age of 5, oh, thank you, Patricia. But listen, guys, now, she tripped me out. I had no idea. And it caught me by surprise now. I don't even know much about Nicki Minaj. She's not a fan favorite, or I'm not a fan favorite of hers or anything like that. But I do know of her. Y'all know number 47. He had a about 2.5 weeks ago, and I forgot exactly where they were. I think they were somewhere. Let me see, can I remember where they was at? But she was one of his guest speakers, and it tripped me out. It throwed me. I was like, what? And she was like, yeah. He's the best president we ever had. And I'm like, what? I said, no, Nikki, not you. Girl, she caught me by surprise. I was like, girl, are you serious? And after she did that, guy, she got that backlash. People like kick her out the country, send her back to her country. She's from Trinidad. I said, wow, boy. I was like, why did she do that? But when she did that, she brought up a whole lot of backlash her way. She brought a whole lot of backlash her way, standing shoulder to shoulder with 47. I think they got like millions of people on a petition to kick her out of this country. I mean, isn't that crazy? I don't even know why she even got involved. She know all of her supporters are us, you know, and people that are foreign, illegals or legal. And she did that right there. Man, a lot of people is PISS at her. A lot of people mad at her. She shocked me. I was shocked. I could not believe it. I said, no. I never knew that you were a Trump supporter. I never knew. Never knew. All this time, I did not know. But she was up there, going shoulder to shoulder with him, talking about him, building him up, talking about how he's the best and he's the smartest. She was saying all type of stuff. And I was just like, with my mouth open, I couldn't believe it. I said, is she serious? I said, wow. And at the time, him and Het sat out there blowing up fishing boats and stuff, talking about they drug boats and stuff. I was like, wow. And And this is the time when he is deporting those illegal, who he says illegal, undocumented people to these detention camps, Mapley detention camps. And I was like, does she know what's going on? And come to find out, I did not know she was not an American citizen. I didn't know that part. She's not even legal, guys. And she done brought all of that negativity to her front door. Why would she do that? What be going on in people's head? When they bring trouble to their own door. What be going on in people's head? That was crazy. I was like, girl, you know you wasn't clean, and you out here doing all of that. So I kind of get it a little bit that she was just like probably trying to get on his good side so they won't deport her. But she ruffled a lot of feathers when she did that. Don't nobody want about her music anymore. They is upset with her big time. Big time. And I say, was it worth it? Was you doing that worth you losing everything? Never dance with the devil. Never dance with the devil, because you're gonna lose. That was crazy. When I come to a stop, guys, I will see what you guys are saying. Y'all hit that like button for me. Y'all let me know was anybody else live? Because I didn't check. I just told everybody I would be back. Hello, Marcy. Okay. Riri, Patricia, sweetheart. Your crazy son doing good. He's so fun. I just love y'all together. There's so much love there. I just enjoy watching you guys. It's a real treat to see mother and son, because I'm real close to my boys as well. Y'all have a good time together, Patricia. A good time. Y'all have a good time together. So that's going on with Nicki Minaj, guys. She's up there in one of those rallies speaking highly of 47. Now she got all these people coming for her. They gunning for her bad. They coming for her bad. It's sad. I don't think she expected that. I don't know why she did that. I can't wrap my mind around why she did that. For what? For what? There's a lot of famous people that we don't know about support him. But I bet you they ain't out here telling nobody. So I don't know why she did that. I don't know what possessed her to do that. But it's crazy. Now she got all this stuff coming her way. I just heard on yesterday how these people got all these petitions floating around saying to deport her. Get her out of here. She's an illegal alien. And since she is all for what he's doing, I think somebody said earlier today, I heard that she say in her speech that she was for him getting rid of the illegal alien. So can y'all make that make sense? How can an illegal a person that's here illegally in this country stand up and say you're doing the right thing, get rid of all of them, when you're talking about living in a glass house? That's a glass house. If you're living in a glass house, don't throw no stone. That's crazy. That is cray. We back. Hey, Let's Rock. We were talking about Nicki Minaj, that foolishness that she did to herself. all of that grief she brought to herself. So I was talking about that. So I wanted to talk to you guys about relationships. So well, that's not the right question. Let me see. I almost said when is a good time to leave a relationship and when is a good time to stay. So I was listening to Classy Lady on yesterday evening. She was talking about some lady that got her boyfriend, and the boyfriend did something to her 2-year-old daughter. I thought that was heart-wrenching. I was like, oh my God. I hate to hear stuff like that. It just disturbs me. But what is wrong with us women that when we get us a boyfriend or something and they put it down on us real, real good, why do we believe them over our children if our daughters or sons come and tell us that man has been watching me and he's been touching me in the wrong manner and I feel uncomfortable? Why do the mothers just get so offended and start yelling and screaming at the daughter and telling them, or the son, you just don't want me to have nobody. You want me all to yourself. That's some sad stuff. Now, it happened to my family. It happened in my family. Nothing happened, but when my family member told their mother that the guy be trying to look up under the door when they be in the showers and stuff like that, and be coming in their bedroom, peeping up under the covers or something like that, something to that effect. The mom did not believe the daughters with an S. He had 4 daughters. The mom did not believe it. Yes, it's sad. The mom did not believe it. Oh, we so desperate and so lonely that men can come in, excuse me, y'all, and mess with our daughters or our sons. Let me tell y'all something. I drilled my kids really bad, all the time. I drill them like, did somebody touch you in the wrong way? Did they touch you right here? Did they touch you right there? Did they say something to you? Tell me. You can tell me. I don't care if they threaten you. I don't care if they tell you that they're going to unalive me. Don't believe it. They just trying to scare you. So that's how I raised my kid. Like, look, don't believe that. They just trying to scare you. They ain't going to do nothing. They ain't going to hurt me. You need to let me know if anybody ever try to mess with you. Tell me. So I raised my kids like that. But I be hearing so many stories of women talking about when they was young, how family members touched them and bothered them, and they even their own parents. That's real. That's a heartbreaker right there, guys. Because if you can't trust your own parents in this world, guys, who can you trust? That's the saddest thing in the world. when you can't even trust your own. I'm trying to see how to pronounce your name. Teresa Tate. Teresa Tate. That's the saddest, guys, when you can't trust your own. And then now we're all looking at the young folks like, why are they so angry? I've been hearing that question a lot lately. Why are young people so angry? Because the people that they thought was put here to protect them and they could trust are the ones that's letting them down. And they are angry with the world. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that. That's why our young people are so violent. They're so angry with everybody. It's because of us. Parents and people that they are supposed to be able to trust to protect them is letting things happen to them. And it's crazy and it's sad. We got so many sick people in the world, but the reason why people have turned to that and so much mental illness is because of the drugs, guys. The drugs do something to the brain after so long. The drugs do something to the brain. So if it's somebody that you know for a long time, 15, 20, 30 years, but you ain't saw them in a long time. And when y'all was hanging together, rolling together, y'all were doing drugs. Y'all was smoking marijuana. Y'all were tooting that Coca-Cola. Y'all was popping pills. You know, you were doing drugs. And just because you went on and growed and stopped doing those things don't mean that they did that. So when you hear something bad about that person, you can't swear on everything that you own. That ain't them. They would never do anything like that. How you know? You ain't saw them in over 20 plus years. You don't know what type of thinking they're doing now. That's why you have to be careful letting those lost long friends into your homes. After 20, 30 years, they fell on hard time. Come to find out they ain't never been about nothing. They ain't fall on hard time. They ain't never had nothing. Never been about nothing. And you bring them into your home with around your children. No. No. That's right. It started at home. It started at home. It's sad. I've been shocked since I've been on social media, guys. Even though my mother was like me, we kind of like got missing screws upstairs. We hurt somebody. Nobody didn't fool my mom. My mom had a lot of girls and a lot of brothers. My uncles now never touched any of us. Never touched any of us. 7 brothers. And she had all them girls. We pretty too. All us beautiful. Uncles never messed with us. But so many stories out here on social media where these grown-ups been touched as young kids. I never heard so much of the same stories over and over again. But being out on social media for the past 4, 5 years, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. And now people trying to make it normal for me to say, you know that kind of stuff happening in the black family all the time. No, I don't know that. I didn't experience that. I don't know how true that is. It didn't happen in my family. There's nothing normal about that. Your uncles, your father, your mom, your aunties have no business touching you inappropriately. They have no right to do that. Ain't nothing normal about that. Ain't nothing normal about that. And people should come out and talk about it and don't be ashamed of it. Because most of the people that I hear talk about it, they was children. We talking about children. Like the one lady that I call her Tickle-Puss. I call her Tickle-Puss. But that's just me trying to be funny at the name, because she called herself something else. And she said how much she loved her father. This is just her talking, and I heard her say this, so I don't know her personally. And if anybody in my chat or in the bushes know her and affiliate themselves with her, this is just something I heard her say. So I'm talking about it because she brought it to social media. But she said she loved her dad and she missed her dad. But yet she tells the same story that in her father's home, mother and father's home, two-parent household, the uncle, the daddy's brother, SA'd her multiple times over and over and over and over and over. Why didn't the loving father or the loving mother catch wind or something was going on with their child every time that brother came around? Can somebody make that make sense? I don't get when people say that things happen to them while their parents or their protectors are right there in the house with them. How? When you got company over and you got kids and your company want to go to the restroom, you better try to see what's taking them their ass so long to come out the bathroom. You better see why they want to always put your daughter on their lap. You better be checking out those type of things, see what's going on. It's no reason so many kids are being SA in this day and time. It makes no sense. Everybody can be asleep on the job. What is going on? We hear it way too often. It's just too much going on. How could that have happened to that child? Mom and dad right there in the house. What you doing in the bathroom? And your uncle coming in the restroom while you in the shower or whatever. Why you didn't go to your loving father or mother that you're so close to and tell them, Uncle TT been messing with me that first time? I'm not understanding this stuff right here. I'm just not understanding. I don't understand, guys. I don't get it at all. I cannot comprehend. How can this type of thing go on for such a long period of time? How can it happen over and over and over and over and over, y'all? Now, I tell you guys, I can understand it if it's your parent, because you're in the same house with them. I can understand it. But somebody coming over visiting, I don't get that. I just don't get that. I can't even make my mind break that down so I can understand. And you upstairs being molested, but your mom and dad is downstairs. What they doing? I don't know. That's weird behavior, guys. I just don't understand that. I don't know how that could have happened to that child, but she's not the only one. That happens to a lot of children. And what saddens me the most is when they try to tell and the parents don't believe them. That's hard. The little kids trying to tell them, or anytime the relative come over or the friend come over, your child is crying. Your child is crying. Your child don't want them to touch them, don't want them to hold them, don't want them to pick them up and kiss them. They're crying. So those are the red flags. That's when it's time for you to put your spidey senses on. And your radar should be coming up like, why every time my child be fine and walk in the house? And when you come in the house, then all of this weird behavior, all this crying and acting like they scared of you. What's going on? What's going on? I don't understand how parents could allow such awful things to happen to their kids with them being there in the home while it's taking place. That blows my mind. That blows my mind. No. And guys, I told you guys, I was fast. I was fast. You hear me? I was a fast little girl. But I wasn't having sex. But I was fast. I was curious. I was fast. I would let little boys my age feel on me because I was curious and it felt good. I'm talking about when I was 12, 13, like that, 14. And they call it feeling on you, being fresh. That's what the older people used to say. So I just don't understand how you guys, how parents allow their kids to be taken advantage of. My mama had 7 brothers, and they came to our house to visit us all the time. Because my mom didn't get along with her older sister, but the other siblings, they loved my mom. Loved my mom. They know my mom was off her rockers all the time, so they would be checking on her, make sure she was fine, you know, raising all those kids by herself, because her and my father did not separate until I was 8 years old. And my father used to like to fight my mom. And that wasn't cool, you know? And even though my mom had all those brothers, they would never help my mom. They would never come over and beat my daddy up and tell him to keep his hand off their sister. They never did it. But back in those days, they would be like, you married now, you know, you married now, that's your husband. And we can't get in married folks' business because it wouldn't be right. But I just don't see. That's why God knows not to put me in that time. Because I don't know not to protect me. I don't care what I'm married to the dude and put their hands on me. Talking about it happened in all black families. No, it don't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. My mama walked with 38, put a gun out, and she gonna shoot. If she pulled that gun out, she finna shoot. She wasn't just gonna show it to you. Nobody played with my mom. There should be more parents like that. Because I don't see how these little girls get essays by their uncles and their daddies. I don't see. I was very protective of my boys. They boys. I was very protective of those boys. Because just like a girl can be essay, a boy can be essay too. I used to ask them, did your teacher touch you? Did the coach touch you? Did another boy touch you? And spending the night? Wasn't no spending the night. You can go and have a play date. You can stay there until it gets dark and I'll come pick you up. Because God have always provided me with transportation. I'll come get you, but you ain't going to spend the night. I always think about the preacher, Joyce Myers. I always think about her. And this when my spidey senses came up as well, and my radar be up as far as my granddaughter spending the night. She said her daddy started SAing her when she was 4 years old. Can you guys imagine a grown man messing with a 4-year-old child. How could they get them off? A kid, a baby. I can't even see that. But she said her dad would mess with her at the age of 4 and her mama knew he was doing it. Isn't that sad? And the mama wouldn't say nothing because the daddy was the breadwinner of the family. That's sad. So it's like her mother let her be a sacrifice so she could have the life that she wanted. That makes me think of JonBenet. I think about that, guys. Her mother used to dress her up. She was a beautiful little girl, but she was a child. She was a child. And I just think, my opinion, that her daddy was in love with her. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's just my opinion. And the mother was jealous of her because the daddy showed her more affection than she showed the mother. So what took place in that home that night was weird. Everybody was home, and this little girl ended up unalive. How can a stranger walk into your home when you're there and you don't know they're in your house, and they let themselves right back out the same way? I don't get that. And they lowered your daughter down to the basement. I can't wrap my mind around that. I can't wrap my mind around that, y'all. That just, something in the milk ain't clean. That don't even make any sense. But stuff like that. But Joyce Meyer, back to the story, said her father started touching on her, messing with her at the age of 4. He would get her and take her off. The mama would always let her go. And the mother know that the daddy was messing with her. Now this is the part that's going to get you guys. Riri say, you ever watch Judge Bard on YouTube? She has a lot of cases like that. I got to look her up. You have to hear the excuses the sick mofo give. Girl, thank you, Riri. I got to hear some of these excuses. I can't understand it. Teresa said, that poor little girl. Let me finish telling you. Hey, Bama. Bama said something about first. First, I'm going to delete that. Listen to Joyce Meyer, guys. Listen to this mess right here. Y'all ain't heard nothing. If y'all don't know this story, let me tell y'all. This girl, this lady, started being molested at the age of 4 by her daddy. Mama knew about it and allowed it to happen over and over and over again. That ain't the bad part. The bad part is, as she got older, 11, 12, older, this essay's been going on all this time. As she got older, guess what she did to make her father leave her alone? It's unthinkable, guys. It's unthinkable. It's unthinkable. This lady would invite her girlfriends over when she was 7, 8, 9, 10, when she got older. She would invite her friends over to spend the night with her and offer them over to her dad so he wouldn't bother her. She tells this story all the time. How sad is that? That's why I tell my son, My granddaughters can't spend the night nowhere. No. Nuh-uh. Because them little girls have big brothers. And those big brothers be having friends. No, My granddaughter can't spend the night nowhere. No. My grandson, my grandkid, no. Spend the night. When y'all go somewhere, I'm available. Always. I watch my own grandkids. They spend the night nowhere. I take them to the skating rink. They can bring their friends. Bowling there, they can bring their friend. Out to eat, they can bring their friend. But they ain't spending the night nowhere. Do y'all hear me? This lady, because she was tired of her daddy messing with her, she would bring her friends home and they get them to spend the night with her and offer them over to her dad so he wouldn't touch her. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? So you send your innocent child to spend the night at somebody's house, and when you get them back, they've been touched. That's sad. That's sad. That is really sad. Y'all be careful with y'all grandchildren, y'all daughters. Be careful. Because too much is going on. Too many sick people. Too many parents is allowing the daddy to do the things to the little girls, the little boys, and they know it's going on, and they're not saying anything. Poor little children don't have nowhere to turn. They can't tell nobody. Their own parents touching on them, and they can't even tell nobody. That's sad. They trapped. And then we want to know why they so angry. Why they so mean. We know why. We did it. We did it to them. We surely did. It's because of us, parents, letting things happen to them. And they lose all trust. They don't trust nobody. And they angry. You can't look at them. You can't speak to them. They don't like grown-ups, and they hate old people. They don't like and trust no grown-ups, and they hate all old people. They look at you with such disgust in their eyes. You be trying to be nice to them. They don't want you to be nice to them. They don't want you to say nothing to them. And the only thing you can do is scratch your head and say, why they so mean? Why they so mean? Because the one person or the two people that they thought they can trust in this whole world let them down. That's why they so mean. We got so many young people run away from home because they just can't take it no more. They rather live on the street, guys, than to be at home being touched by their parents. And that's when the predators come in. You know, this been going on from the beginning of time. In my time and age, they call them pimps. That's when they step in, make them feel special, and then make them working girls, put them on the street to work for them, make money for them. It's still going on. But they got a new name for it now. X trafficking. X trafficking. And as of late, we found out how all of these millionaires and billionaires tied in with the Epstein. This man had the largest X trafficking ring of children. Doggone it. I gotta go around the other way. The train caught me, y'all. Look, guys, I thought myself gonna cut through. Train just pulled up. I'm like, oh my God. So I gotta go back around. I gotta go back around. Train caught me, y'all. Oh my God. Train caught me. And it's going to be a long one too, so let me go this way. But the largest sex trafficking ring in the world, all of these billionaires know about it. How shocking is that? These old farts out here messing with these little girls, buying them. We got people kidnapping children, selling them to the highest bidder. Parents never see them again. Shipping them overseas. It's sad. It's sad, sad, sad what's going on. And the shocker is people that you would think wouldn't be interested in stuff like that are the ones that are doing it. I was shocked to hear this is what people do. They got a whole lot of money. They into some sick S-I-C. I mean, I'm finna spell sick. They into some sick S-H-Y-T. They into some sick stuff. When I was listening to all the stuff that was going on at Diddy's Freak Off, they talking about golden showers. Y'all know what that is, right? That's being urinated on. Golden showers. Now here's one that shocked me. Here's one that shocked me. And I heard Judge Fifi say it. People into some sick stuff, guys. Do you know, back in the 80s, the first time I heard golden shower with R. Kelly. The first time I heard the word golden shower back in the 80s. And I found out what it was and everything. How about now that we're in the 2000s, they want to be S-H-Y-T on. Can you imagine somebody want to be itted on? There's some sick people in the world. These people are crazy. These people are crazy, y'all. Y'all hear me? Who wants somebody to boo-boo on them? Rich folks. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I ain't never seen nothing like it, y'all. I have never seen anything like it. Really say, I know of someone that abused their daughter until she's 16. She told the school. That's sad. It's not just men, it's women also. Yes, that's why I say men and women abusers. And it's not just girls, it's boys and girls. That's right. It's some sick people in the world, guys. When I heard that, I said, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But I bet you it's true. I don't put nothing past people with sick minds. People with money, they think their money can buy anything and everything. And they're so bored with life, they are willing to get people to do anything for some money. And people would do it too. It's so sad. It's so sad. Guys, the train is still on the track. I know went around. It's a long one. It's a long one. Some sick stuff. Look, Riri, you said Judge Lot, L-O-T. Tell me the name one more time. Put it in my chat. I gotta remember. Cause I gotta see that. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that. Because I don't get it. And I never had anybody to explain it to me or give me an explanation why. So that's why I gotta watch that show. Cause I got to see why would a person do such a thing to a child. And you know, it's never right, guys. It's never right. But what blows my mind is when I hear about somebody talking about a 2-year-old, like what Classy Lady was talking about last night. A 2-year-old child? 2? That's a toddler. We had this story here with this young guy. It's sad, guys, before I tell y'all. It's very sad. It's very sad. It was this guy. And he used to always, they lived in this apartment complex. And he used to always go down by the playground where the children be playing at. And you know how you live in a complex? A lot of people do this. I'm not guilty of that because I'm never too busy to go with my kids. But I remember when they was young, I used to let them go to the pool. But the pool was directly across from my home. But anyway, so let me get to the story. So this guy, he would go down to the playground where the children be playing. He, kidnapped this little girl. I think she was 5 years old, anywhere between 5 and 7. Hispanic, pretty little girl. She was so pretty, guys, just beautiful. He kidnapped the little girl. Took her inside an abandoned apartment and tried to have sex with the little girl. So, with him trying to have sex with the little girl, the little girl was crying, of course. Of course. You trying to put your big self in a child? So he's talking about, he hit her upside the head, guys, over and over again because she wouldn't stop crying. What did he think the child was gonna do? She wouldn't stop crying. He unalived that child because she wouldn't stop crying. What he thought she was gonna say, ooh, baby, that feel good? What he thought she was gonna do? Laugh? She wouldn't stop crying. So they asked him, why would you do such a thing? He said, recently he had started watching kid porn. Kid porn. He has recently started watching it. And he wanted to try it out. How sad is that story? Isn't that a sad story? Do you all know how to identify a child that's being SA or being touched on? Do you all know how to identify a child that's being touched on? I think one of the signs are they're very aggressive, they're sensitive, they cry very easily because they're hurt, and they're holding something in that they can't tell anybody, and they're embarrassed. They are very promiscuous. These are the signs of children that has been touched early and might still be being touched in that type of manner. think Jesus is going to be the one that's going to save us from a lot of these situations. Because as long as the world keeps turning, it's just getting worse and worse. The desire of grown-ups is just crazy. To desire to even imagine penetrating a 2-year-old child or having fellatio with a child. That's very sick. It's very sick. I know that some of the stories that we hear about females messing with boys, I hear a lot of that happening in the educational system, where these teachers be messing with these little boys and taking them home with them and letting them play on the PlayStation. And we had a couple of teachers that get caught because they got pregnant by the boys. The boys are not even old enough to be dads. They like 13 years old, just going into puberty. Just stories like that. Teachers know better. I done heard of sick females doing stuff like that. But we know also that repeat offenders, people that has been messed with in the early days, they grow up to be the how do they put it? The prey become the predator. In a lot of cases, it don't happen to everybody, especially, excuse me, if they get help. But to never have gotten any type of help, how do you survive that type of situation if you never get a chance to talk to a psychiatrist or somebody in that type of field? Never get a chance to express yourself, how it made you feel and how dirty you felt, and it's still bottled up inside of you. So they become the predators. And just like Joyce Myers, look what she did as a kid. She started bringing her friends home for her dad. She became the aggressor. That's sad. That's sad. So listen, guys, I know touched a lot of things, and this is stuff that should come to social media. Riri, I hope you put the name of the lady in my chat one more time. Judge somebody. Classy Lady had a very good story time last night talking about the 2-year-old girl, and the mama was taking the man's side, and that happens so much. That happens so regular. That happens where they're so lonely and so desperate to have a man in their life, they don't believe their children when they're telling them, you brought the devil home with you. He's trying to mess with me. I'm going to tell y'all this quick little thing, and then I'm going to end this live. As a special education teacher, I had one of my students to tell me, Randy, my mama boyfriend be trying to mess with my booty. Guys, I did not know what to do with that. I did not know what to do with that. I was scared to tell his mother because I didn't want her to whoop him. I didn't want to get him in any trouble. I didn't know what to do with that, guys. I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't do nothing. I told another teacher because there was 2 teachers in the classroom. But I did not tell anybody else. I didn't know what to do with that. And that's sad, but I just didn't know what to do. I was in my 20s when I first started teaching special ed. I didn't know what to do. Now, I don't even know what I would do if somebody was to tell me that now. I don't know what I'd do. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? So I'm going to leave that on y'all, okay? Thank you guys for riding with me. I'm almost close to home. I will see you guys later. If it's something else to come out here and talk about, I will be out here to tell you guys about it. But until then, y'all have a wonderful evening and stay warm. And I will see you guys later, okay? Mwah. Later, guys.